Hey everyone, Unravel MIDI here. Thanks for joining me. This isn't going to be one of my typical videos. No artwork, I'm not doing any woodworking or wood burning, no time lapses, no dad jokes or antics, no rants. Not today. Today I wanted to share my story, my testimony. So this will be a longer video. And I also apologize, I'm sitting here in a shirt, tank top, or whatever. It's hot out. I live in Arizona, so it's super hot. So, forgive me. Anyways, so I want to share my story. God definitely wants me to share my story. He's been telling me all week to share my story. I've just been procrastinating or letting the devil whispers get to me, but enough of that. We all have to say enough of that. We have to stop listening to the whispers. So anyways, I'm going to share my story. This is going to be a longer video, and all that I ask is, if this isn't your cup of tea, if this isn't speaking to you right now, save my video and scroll. Don't leave a negative comment, please. I would love for you guys to leave tons of comments, and let's engage in some awesome conversation. It can be conversations about God, about Jesus, about a book in the Bible. It could be something totally unrelated to religion. It could be about art or anything. Whatever you guys want. I don't care, man. Come on. Engage me. I'll engage back. Leave some comments down there. Just don't leave negative comments, please. That doesn't do anything but tear people down. And God calls us to lift up, to build up for his kingdom. So anyways, please don't leave any negative comments. If you don't like what I'm sharing, you can just scroll. Anyways, let's get started. Where to begin? Not at the beginning, because I was born a long time ago. I can say that I didn't grow up with I didn't grow up with religion in my life as a kid. Both my parents worked a lot, and my dad was in the Navy, so we didn't go to church every day. And that's okay, that wasn't their fault. Like, they did everything they could do with what the means that they had available to them at the times. Obviously they did something right, because me and my siblings all turned out pretty good. Well, for the most part. I have some issues. Oh, crazy. Just kidding. Anyways, so I didn't grow up with religion. I would say that when I was a teenager, most of my questions kind of got me to a point of being, I guess, a little bit spiritual, agnostic. I was never an atheist. Let me put it that way. I always believed that there was something out there, that there was a higher power. I just didn't know what. So fast forward to my young adult life. I was able to finally get to come to know Christ after making a lot of bad choices in my teenage and young adult years, and wanting to be the Mr. Popular or Mr. Party guy or Mr. Cool, and instead of doing what I was supposed to be doing. So anyways, I did come to know Christ later, thankfully, through my wife. She she lovingly coached me into going to church with her, and the rest, I guess, is history. She got me to go enough times. God was finally able to break through the membrane of this thick old skull here, and get through to me and open my eyes. Unfortunately, when I got saved, when I got baptized, my eyes were only open for a short time. So I guess you could say, in Jesus' parable, I was the seed that fell on a rocky surface. So, but that was then, not now. We don't live in the past, but I'm sharing my past so that you could have a future. Anyways, so I got saved. I was on this religious high, Christian high, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if there's an actual term for it. Like, I was just like, oh man, like I felt like I was just on fire. Like, oh man, I accepted the Holy Spirit. I got baptized in the waters. oh man, like Jesus is by my side. I got the Father God hanging over me, and he's gonna fight for me, and he's for me. Yes, like awesome. Like who wouldn't be on fire, right? Like who wouldn't have that religious high? But I still wasn't doing everything that I was supposed to be doing. Like I wasn't fully reading the Bible every day. I was going to Bible studies, you know, at least once a week. I think for a while there, twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. Second service, and then first service was what my wife and I went to for a good couple of years. But anyways, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't engaging with Christ. I wasn't praying as often as I should. I was only praying when I needed something. And it's supposed to be a conversation with God. You know, you're supposed to have a relationship with Him, not just go through it like it's a drive-through, like it's McDonald's, and be like, hey, I'll take one of these and I'll take two of those, and can you throw in a little bit of this? Thanks. All right, here you go. All right, bye. See you next time. No, it's no, just no. Okay. But that's, you know, that was me. That's what I thought I was doing, because I was still trying to hold on to the world that I had before, you know, the guilty pleasures. And I was trying to balance them both in the hands, not realizing that I needed to have both hands on Jesus. So anyways, during this religious high, this Christian high, my mother-in-law got sick. And, sorry, she didn't get sick. She was having issues. She had to go back in for heart surgery. She had been in heart surgery twice before. I think this would have been the third heart surgery. And there was obviously risks and complications, so there was some high concerns. So thank God, thank you for my dad, by the way. Like if you're watching this, thank you for coming up and being able to take my wife and kids down to spend some time with her before the surgery. I'm sure I've said it 100 times, but here's 101. Thank you. But anyways, so, religious high, mother-in-law has to do surgery. There's some high concerns. Oh man, this is my time to shine, right? Like, oh, let me call my mother-in-law and just have a conversation with her and tell her that she's a child of God, and let me just fill her with the word of the Holy Spirit. And I did. And I prayed for her. I prayed with her. I prayed for her while I was talking on her phone. I wanted to make sure she had no doubt in her mind that she was going to come out on the other side and see how great God is. But that didn't happen. I prayed for. I prayed that surgery go well, and it went well. But she didn't wake up after, and I was mad for a long time. For a long time. I was bitter, I was angry, I was frustrated, but I didn't show it. I still went to church. I stopped going to church for a little bit, but then I started going back again, but I still had that bitterness. I just had that bitterness, that anger, that frustration, all of it, and I just shoved it deep down in here, and just bottled it up, like most of us stubborn men do. But, stewing on that was the dumbest thing ever. I was just so mad. I was mad at myself, then I was mad at God, and I was mad at myself again. Like, who the hell am I to think that I could pray over her, that I could bring her healing? Who am I to know God's plan for her? Who am I? And I just kept hearing it. I didn't realize it at the time. That it was the devil. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it was the devil whispering in my ear, just trying to take me down a few notches, trying to pull me back into the pit. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video real quick and have to do a part 2. Obviously, I said it wasn't gonna be a short story. I apologize, but please, if you would be so kind as to share this with others, and please come back for part 2. Make sure you check out part 2, share that with others. I promise it's gonna get better. Okay, I am getting to a point. So much love, share it with others. Love you. go out there and be disciples of God.